Hello everyone and welcome back. And this will be a general weekly reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of August 3rd. And at this time I'd like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, as well as all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched and hitting the hype button. Wow, thank you. And of course all the lovely comments. It is so nice to hear from everyone. So thank you for doing that. All right. And the High Priestess. All right. So sitting in your power. Understanding what your next move is going to be for many of you. You know, you're keeping to yourself a little bit more, but you are experiencing that you need to trust in your own instincts, your own intuition. And you are just understanding what your next move is. So that's really positive. You know, you're understanding which way you want to go. You made a decision here for many of you, and you're acknowledging it. You're trusting in yourself that you have the right heading going. 9 of Rods. Yes, look at that grow. Self-reliance, dependence, maintaining balance in your life, and boundaries. Like, you're not putting down your shield as easy anymore. You're keeping more within yourself, maintaining the boundaries with those around you, because something has happened recently to you and it's taught you to think before you act, or accept in some cases. 9 of Cups, fruits of your labor. Nice. Wish come true. Abundance, good health is starting to return. You're starting to feel right place, right time, and doing the right actions. So you're definitely trusting things are coming in because of the way that you're approaching things in your life right now. Queen of Swords, absolutely sure of your next moves. Understanding what you need to do, how you feel about something, making fair judgment calls, and finding your own independence with clear boundaries. Like, you are all about the boundaries this week. You're communicating that very clearly. You're being mindful of how you say things more than you normally are. If there's an issue or something that needs to be dealt with, you're doing that as well. But you are just sitting back, understanding what your desires are this week. 5 of Rods. Okay, it looks like there's been a bit of competition, or perhaps you felt that you were being challenged in some way. But, you know, those obstacles are not going to slow you down. You're removing yourself from all that clutter and mindset that others have. And you understand what you bring to the table. Like, you are really all about helping yourself. You're spotting obstacles if there's any, moving them aside, really doing what you need to do to protect yourself. And the 4 of Swords, absolutely. Taking a time out, retreat, you know, to renew, renourish, doing some solitude, just enough to recover, you know, mentally as well as physically. You understand yourself more than you have in a very long time. And you're understanding that you need to take a rest, slow your pace down, remove yourself from all the chaos in the world. You've already made some pretty big decisions this week about putting up clear boundaries, making sure that everybody is respecting it, and still finding time to take care of yourself and your health, which is very important. Yes, the King of Swords. You're flooded with all kinds of new ideas. If you're, you know, if there's any kind of problems, you're dealing with them, any obstacles, you're finding ways to settle all of that as well. You're getting credit for work well done for yourself, so that's very positive thought. You know, you're finally getting recognized for what it is that you actually bring to the table, how much you're respected by others, you know, and it really helps you to understand yourself better as well. You're not looking for anybody to validate you. You are validating yourself. There's something going on right now, and it is requiring you to use your head over your heart. Think clearly, you know, trusting in yourself, being very honest. Mental clarity here. You are not sugarcoating anything. You are making sure you see things as they truly are. And the Lovers. Okay. Well, that might be why you're feeling that way. Romance, partnerships, personal growth, proposal of marriage for some. So congratulations. But this is a partnership that is going to just begin. Like, this is just at the very starting tip here. And you're enjoying it. You seem to have found somebody who really gets along well with you and you with them. You have the same sort of idealistics of life. And that really helps you to spread your wings a little bit more. Try some new things. You know, and if this is a partnership, as in somebody that, you know, you're working with or going into business with, it's going to be also a very good match. And the Emperor, yes, sitting in your power, realizing your own inner strengths, what you have, what you bring, and it really helps you to understand yourself. So it's a good card because you are really understanding what it is you want for yourself. You know, you're taking the leadership role, you're getting respect, there's stability here, structure, you know, rules, and you are okay with all of this. You know, you're in control, you're focused now because you have a vision for your very near future, and you're not allowing anything to mess it up, and that includes yourself. You are really sticking to what you have thought through very clearly. Now, 7 overall, definitely putting up clear boundaries. You made a decision and you're standing behind this. You know, if there needs to be you taking like a defensive stance against something, you're okay with that too, because you're protecting you against anything out there, any competition, any conflicts, any of that. You have already made up your mind how your future is going to go. 6 of Rods. See, you're definitely making sure that you get recognition for what you have done, and rightfully so. You really do have a lot to offer, and you do it without forethought or, you know, wanting to stand out above anybody else. This is just natural. So this is finally your victory lap. You get recognition. Good news is coming in this week for you, and it's successful. Like, if you have decided that you wanted to do something like apply for a job or any of that sort of thing, you are standing up above and out in front of everybody else because they finally see you. But there's definitely some good news coming in. You're getting recognized. 9 of Swords. Oof. Definitely having some understanding with yourself. There's been some disappointments, some disagreements, some grief. Some of you are really up in your head about different ideas and situations in your life, and you're coming to an understanding that it's not doing you or your health any good to keep stressing, worrying about this. So you're finally realizing it's time for you to get some rest, take some time out for yourself, and recoup. You know, settle down, stop overthinking and overanalyzing stuff, and that will help you to think more clearly. And the High Priestess, yes, understanding your inner strength. You know, you're really finding that when you trust yourself, things are seeming to fall into place much easier for you, because you already have the answers. You're no longer denying it. You're accepting it and figuring out what your next move is. So you're really trusting in yourself that things are going to be all that you are intending them to be. Yeah, 8 of Cups, needing to walk away. You're realizing this very much, that there is something in your life that you have put time, energy, effort into, sometimes even money, but to no avail. So now you're moving away from it, moving on, abandoning this, finally allowing yourself to release something that didn't work out, and set yourself free, move forward. And you are doing that. You're finally getting that wake-up call this week to make a retreat, withdrawal. Don't put any more time, energy, or money into this. It's time for you to pick a new direction, and you're doing it. Oh yeah, 7 of Swords. Look at that. I tell you. Betrayal, dishonesty, people running around getting what they want, getting away with it. And you have already changed gears here. You're moving away from it. You're having no part of it. Let them be who they're going to be. You can't fix, change, or undo them. You're not going to. You're just going in a new direction. Knight of Cups. So somebody coming in for you. Some good information. Give you a helping hand here. This could be somebody coming in to give you advice, give you that extra, input that you need in some situations, just helping you move forward. This could be the beginning of a new relationship for some of you, unexpectedly. Just the beginning of a crush. This could be you approaching somebody else and letting them know that, hey, I kind of like to get to know you a little bit better, sort of thing. Or this coming towards yourself. And it's going to sort of give you that little boost that you need this week. Just that little extra input. And you are really understanding what you want in your future. There looks like there's some travel plans for some of you as well. And it's going to be by water for a lot of you. A cruise, a sailboat, taking a dinghy down the river. But you are just trying to get in a different headspace, relax a little bit, allow things to flow a little bit more, and de-stress. Let things go a little bit more. You've been on guard for quite a while here over different things that has happened lately. And the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you are thinking about taking a course, a course of study of something that you're already interested in. So you're mastering something, your craft, something that you enjoy. And that can be your job as well. You're enjoying yourself. There's employment here. And it's going to make you money, which is nice. You're really trying to get moving forward in your future, and you're realizing that yes, it may require that you need to educate yourself a little bit more, if this is in the job situation, so that you can help yourself in the future. But whatever this is, this interest that you're taking hold of, it is going to be very lucrative for you. And this is just the beginning, because you already have an interest in this. And it really helps you to move faster in acquiring it. So that's really good to see. But yeah, your reading here is standing your ground and protecting yourself, not opening yourself up to too much. Yeah, the Emperor. You're in charge of this, and you are very much aware. You're taking the leadership role. You're being very clear-minded. You're following the rules, doing what you have to do. There's stability here. You're taking on the position of, I am in control of this destiny. So you are really stepping up to what you know you have to do. You may not feel like it some days, but you're going to follow through with this because you want a change and you are making it happen. Financially, you're doing very well here. You're moving up the ladder. You're moving away from people that really weren't ready to help you in any dimension. In fact, that we're taking things away rather than giving. All right, and your oracle card. Get advice from somebody professional and objective. Absolute. Public speaking. Unimmoral relationship. Ah. All right. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.